Hello friends, welcome to ELS English Literature Studies with Kaur Harpreet. Today I will discuss about Puritan poetry. In my previous video I have discussed about Puritan prose. Link will be provided in the description box. You can also check that video. So let us start with today's video in which I will discuss about Puritan poetry. Puritanism began in England in the 17th century. It was a radical Protestant movement that was started to reform the Church of England. As I've already discussed in detail in my previous video, at first these Puritans were devoted to religious matters, but later on they entered in politics also. And when we talk about the literature consisted of prose and poetry. Today I will discuss about poetry as prose is already discussed. And they denied decoration within the church and emphasized on scriptures and preaching. They were well educated, and the sort of literature they approved were plays and dramas. And when we talk about the poetry, these Puritan poets disagreed with the practice of using metaphors and similes. And Puritan poets such as John Milton, then Edmund Taylor and John Dryden, these are Puritan poets who produced some of the greatest works of their age. There were no fixed literary standards for them, and the plots of romance and love, the standards of chivalry which are present in Spenser and Sidney, now disappeared, now replaced by these metaphysical poets, and they replaced original, dignified and highly imaginative composition of the Elizabethan writers. Among them, John Milton was the representative of this Puritan spirit. The Puritan poetry can be divided into three parts: poetry of the school of Spenser, poetry of the metaphysical school, poetry of the Cavalier poets. So let us start with this poetry of the school of Spenser. The Spenserians were the followers of Spenser, or we can say a group of English poets of the 17th century were strongly under the influence of Edmund Spenser. Their work is totally different from classicism of Johnson and metaphysical style of John Donne. The principal poets of this school shows the influence of sensuous imagery, smooth meter and pastoral modes of expression. They preferred to follow Spenser and considered him as their master because Spenser was an innovative poet. In The Fairy Queen, he created a new type of 9-line stanza which was later named for him. And the most thoroughgoing disciples of Spenser during the reign of James I were Fletcher brothers, who wrote a number of Spenserian pastorals. Next is the poets of the metaphysical poets. The metaphysical poets are John Donne, Herrick, Thomas Carew, Richard Crashaw, Henry Vaughan, George Herbert and Lord Herbert. And these are called metaphysical poets not because of that they are highly philosophical, but they are termed as metaphysical poets because their poetry is full of conceits, and their poetry is a display of learning, and it is full of similes and metaphors. These poets were honest and original thinkers. They tried their best to analyze their feelings and experience. That is why they are named as honest and original thinkers. They were aware of reality, aware of the life, aware of death. No doubt they hoped for immortality, but they were obsessed by the consciousness of morality. John Donne was the leader of this school of metaphysical poetry, and his best known works are The Progress of the Soul, An Anatomy of the World and Epithalamium. His poetry can be divided into three parts: amorous, metaphysical and satirical. In his amorous lyrics, he broke away from the Petrarchan model. And when we talk about metaphysical and satirical works of John Donne, these works form a major portion of his poetry, but these were written in later years. Donne, who is known as the leader of this school, is a poet of wit who deliberately broke away from the Elizabethan tradition of smooth sweetness of verse, and he introduced a harsh method. His influence on the contemporary poets was far because they tried to imitate Donne's harshness, but they couldn't come up to the level of his wit. Donne's poetry is most difficult to understand because of his harsh method, because of his high level of thought and wit, and also because of its careless versification. Thus, with Donne, the Elizabethan poetry with its imagination came to an end, and the Caroline poetry with its harshness began. And I think it will be right when I say that Donne's influence was more dominant than influence of Shakespeare and Spenser. Other poets were also included in the group of metaphysicals are Abraham Cole, Andrew Marvell, and Edmund Waller. Abraham Cole is famous for his Pindaric odes, which influenced English poetry throughout the 18th century. And Andrew Marvell is famous as his poetry shows the conflict between the two schools of school of Spenser and Donne. And Edmund Waller is famous for he is the first to use the closed couplet, which dominated English poetry for the next century. These poets show the spiritual and moral fervor of the Puritans. They seek more permanent comfort in the delight of spiritual experience. Last one is the Cavalier poets. As these metaphysical poets followed John Donne, the Cavalier poets followed Ben Jonson. Ben Jonson followed the classical method in his poetry. In his drama, he imitated Horace by writing like him, but his verse lacks grace and ease. Cavalier means a royalist, one who fought on the side of the king during the Civil War. But Johnson's all followers were not royalist, only this label was stuck to them. These are not two distinct schools, but they represented two groups of poets who followed two different masters, Donne and Ben Jonson. These two groups of poets means metaphysical poets and Cavalier poets. These are not two distinct schools, but they are represented by two different poets, two different persons, Donne and Ben Jonson. Right? There's not much difference between both. Some Cavalier poets like Suckling and Lovelace, these were disciples of Donne. Even Donne and Jones's poems are very much alike. Both leaders or types of schools turned away from the long, old-fashioned works of Spenser, and both types concentrated on short poems and lyrics. Metaphysical poets wrote about we can say serious subjects. Generally, they talked about serious themes, and Cavalier poets talked about trivial subjects. So friends, this is all about my today's video. I hope you will like it, and if you like it, please hit the like button, share and subscribe my channel, and if you are new on my channel, please hit the bell button so that you can get notifications for my upcoming videos. And you have my ebooks available on Kindle and Amazon. And thanks a lot for watching my channel. Thanks a lot.